Today, we're diving into the exciting world of instant manifestation, and we're going to move through a lot of material quickly. If you want to take notes, feel free to do so. There will be a few exercises and prompts where I'll ask you to jot things down, so make sure you're ready for that. In this session, we'll cover the following essential steps of the manifestation process, which we're calling instant manifestation. I'll explain that concept more in a bit, but the key thing to know is that manifestation follows some proven, reliable steps, and we're going to go over them fast. We'll also talk about how a simple shift in your mindset can turn you into a money magnet, something everyone can benefit from, even those who consider themselves non-materialistic. After all, even if you're not seeking luxury, everyone needs a certain flow of cash to meet their basic needs or desires. Next, we'll briefly discuss how to program your mind and behaviors for real-time success. Not some fantasy, but actual results you can see in your life. We'll also touch on eliminating limiting beliefs, and I'll introduce you to a powerful 5-minute exercise that can help with that, and we'll explore why what you already know might actually be holding you back, while what you don't know yet, and may never know, could be your greatest asset. Finally, we'll wrap up by talking about what you can start doing today to create real, tangible results in your life, starting immediately. Now, before we get into the specifics, I want to say a few words about what we mean by instant manifestation. In my work, which involves teaching empowerment principles, metaphysical concepts, and wealth creation, I'm often asked how people can turn their ideal visions into reality. How do you take an ideal, a goal, or a dream and make it show up in your life? That's the core of the manifestation process, setting an intention and then taking the steps to bring it to life. The key to understanding manifestation is realizing that we are always manifesting in every moment, instantaneously. The reality you're living right now is the result of your thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and intentions. Everything you're experiencing today is being manifested in real time. So in a sense, you are already a master of instant manifestation. Your current life, your reality, is the direct result of your past thoughts, emotions, and actions. That's instant manifestation at work. The good news is, if you don't like your current situation, you can change it at any time. A few days ago, during a Q&A session, someone asked if lucid dreaming could be used to influence real-life events. The answer is a resounding yes. This ties directly into the law of attraction and instant manifestation. It was a great question, so let me break it down for you. For those unfamiliar, lucid dreaming is the practice of becoming aware that you're dreaming while you're in a dream. Once you're aware, you can begin to consciously interact with and even alter the dream. You can influence how things turn out, or even go back and replay events to change their outcomes. It's a powerful skill to develop, and it was Robert Monroe, who is no longer with us, who first explored lucid dreaming in depth. Now here's the interesting part. Your waking life is essentially a dream too. Both metaphysical teachers and modern physicists agree that everything in life is an illusion, a kind of dream that we construct in our minds. Once you recognize that your waking reality is just like a lucid dream, you can start to use that same power you have in a dream to influence your life. Your reality is flexible, malleable, and directly shaped by your choices, intentions, and beliefs. However, the challenge is that we are creatures of habit. We tend to believe that life will continue in the same patterns, which can make us resistant to the idea that we can actively shape and change our reality. But once you begin to embrace your ability to influence your life consciously, you can start manifesting your desires instantly. We can consciously and quickly create change in our lives, and it's entirely possible to do so. Let's dive into the first step of this process: how a simple shift in your thinking can turn you into a money magnet. But before we get into that, I want to share something interesting. When I talk to people about wealth, I often ask, what does being wealthy mean to you? Many who are focused on money will say, I want to become a millionaire. But here's the thing: most people don't really understand what being a millionaire means or how much $1 million actually is. So let me show you something. Here's an image of what $1 million looks like if you were to stack $100 bills. This is the actual value of that pile. It's less than $100, and that includes the cost of the paper, the ink, the printing process, the factory, the employees, and everything else involved in creating and distributing money, right down to the ATMs where we withdraw it. The whole cost of printing $1 million is less than $100. Think about that for a second. Money in its physical form is just paper and ink. It's really just a shared illusion. It's an agreed-upon system of exchange and assigning value to something. But in reality, that $1 million stack in front of you costs less than $100 to create. Yet we all agree it's worth $1 million. Now, the true value of money is all about potential. That $1 million could do so much if you imagine how it could help others in need, like providing food, clothing, and shelter in a poor country. You can also imagine what it could do for your own life. If you had $1 million sitting in a bank account earning 10% interest, you could live comfortably off the residual income, say $10,000 a month, for the rest of your life. So there's an immense amount of potential value in something as simple as paper with ink on it. But remember, that value doesn't exist until you use it. Money is of no real value if it's just sitting in a mattress or hidden in your closet. It's like a dust collector. The value is only realized when it's put to use. This is exactly like knowledge. Knowledge on its own doesn't have value unless it's applied. You could have all the books, all the information from the world's greatest libraries or the internet, but if it's just sitting there unused, it's no more valuable than a pile of paper. So no matter how smart or educated you are, or how much you know about self-help and wealth creation, unless you take action and apply that knowledge in your life, it doesn't serve you. So, don't just collect knowledge, use it. Don't just read or attend seminars and leave with a head full of information. The real power comes when you start applying what you learn to how you live your life. Now, let's talk about how a simple shift in thought can help you become a money magnet. Here's the key. Money is energy. Like all energy, it has no limits. It flows freely and always moves toward things that are aligned with it. It attracts like energy. So, to become a magnet for money, you need to align your energy with it. To become a magnet for money, you need to align your energy with the energy of money. Once you do this, attracting money into your life will become natural. The key is to stop seeing money as something that provides security, freedom, or any of the other common associations people make with it. Instead, start thinking of money as pure energy. Once you understand that, you can begin to harmonize with that energy. Start small. To build your belief that you are a money magnet, begin by imagining that money is coming into your life every single day in one way or another. This isn't about defining how it will happen, but trusting that it will happen. For example, you might find a dime on the street. That's a little sign from the universe that abundance is on its way. As you see these small signs, your belief will grow, and eventually you'll start to see bigger manifestations of abundance in your life. One day you might even walk down the street and have someone present you with an opportunity to make $1 million. It might sound unbelievable, but it's possible when you align with the energy of abundance. Now here's the secret to mastering instant manifestation. Become grateful in advance for what you desire. When you set a goal or ideal, practice feeling grateful, as if you've already achieved it. This can be tough for your mind to accept at first, because it hasn't shown up yet in your reality. But that's exactly the point. The trick is to act as though it's already yours. You can start by being grateful for the ability to create the ideal, for the mental clarity that allows you to visualize it, and for the desire you have to bring it into being. The more you practice this gratitude, the more your subconscious will start to believe that your ideal is already a reality. And when your subconscious believes it, it works to make it true, often in ways you can't even predict. The law of attraction and instant manifestation happen quickly once you master this trick. Be grateful now for what you want, as if you already have it. Don't wait for it to show up to feel grateful. The key is to feel gratitude in the present moment. Don't make the mistake of saying, "It will happen next month or next year," or "Once I do X, then I'll be grateful." No. Be grateful right now, in this moment. When you do this, you become magnetic. You draw things toward you, whether it's people, resources, money, or opportunities. Everything you need to make your ideal a reality will start to flow to you, and quickly. The amazing thing is that the more your energy grows, just like the gravity of the sun, which pulls in more because of its mass, the more attractive you become to what you desire. As you align your energy with abundance, you become a powerful attractor, and things will start manifesting in your life faster than you might have thought possible. The universe works in mysterious ways, but when you vibrate at the frequency of abundance, you'll find that everything you need is drawn to you, effortlessly. Imagine something far away, like a planet orbiting the sun. It's pulled by the sun's powerful gravity. The more mass the planet gathers, the stronger the sun's pull becomes, attracting even more things as it goes along. Similarly, the more you grow, the more attractive you become to opportunities, people, and experiences. It's a process of growth. As you become more attractive, more will be drawn to you. The key is to learn to be grateful in advance for what you want to manifest, and that alone will make you more magnetic. Now let's move forward quickly because we're covering some important concepts here. The next slide says, gratitude is the magic key. You begin the process with intention. You create a vision, what I call envisioning. Then you attach a deep desire, a burning passion, to that vision. You have to become the person who is capable of having and achieving what you want. It's a simple formula. Be, do, have. You become who you need to be in order to do what's necessary to have what you want. But here's where most people go wrong. When they make plans, they expect things to show up in a very specific way. They get so focused on how things should unfold, they forget that the outcome might come from an unexpected direction. Often, this is exactly what happens. You're doing what you think is necessary, but your desires might manifest in ways you didn't anticipate. This is why it's so important to allow for infinite possibilities. The universe might bring your vision to life in ways you can't predict. That doesn't mean you can just sit back and wait for things to magically appear. Far from it. Some people mistakenly believe that all you need to do is envision your desires, feel the passion, and then sit in a cave while the universe does the rest. That's absolutely not true. You still need to take action. But here's the trick. Detach from the how. You don't have to know exactly how things will unfold. The actions you take are simply proof of your commitment to your vision. The universe responds to that commitment, not necessarily to your specific actions or the exact methods you used. Your efforts show that you're serious about your dreams. Without those efforts, the universe might not believe you're truly committed. So, while the results may or may not come directly from the actions you take, you must take action anyway. That's the key mental shift to make. Gratitude is the magic key. Now, go through the process. Set your intentions, envision your dreams, and connect with the deep passion to see them come true. Become the person you need to be in every possible way, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Constantly work on growing so you can perform at your highest potential. Then make your plans and start taking action. Trust that your desires will show up and above all be grateful as if you already have them. Let's dive a little deeper into something powerful. The image you're looking at right now is of an iceberg. I love these types of photos where half of the iceberg is underwater and half is above the surface. Above the water, you see the top of the iceberg, but what you can't see, beneath the surface, is the massive part that's hidden from view. This iceberg is a great way to understand a key idea. As individuals, we have infinite potential. And by infinite, I mean it's limitless. No boundaries, not even the ones we set for ourselves. Typically, we limit our potential based on our self-perceptions and the boundaries we create in our lives. We often define what we think we're capable of. But the truth is, we have unlimited potential. Every single one of us. Now here's a second important idea. The universe, or whatever term you prefer, whether it's God, universal consciousness, or infinite intelligence, is on your side. In fact, it wants your success more than you do. The universe is rooting for you, even when you might not believe it. You don't have to call it universe. If you don't feel comfortable with that word, call it what resonates with you. The point is, this higher power or force wants to see you thrive. To tap into that power, you need to make a habit of connecting to it every day. One way to understand this connection is by using the iceberg analogy. The part of the iceberg that's visible above the water represents your conscious mind, the part of you that's awake and aware every day, the thoughts and beliefs you're consciously aware of. This is the part of your mind that shapes how you experience your reality. But beneath the surface, there's the larger, hidden part of the iceberg, which represents your subconscious or higher self, the deeper levels of consciousness that you're not normally aware of. This is where the magic happens. Most of the iceberg, about 90%, is submerged, just like the vast majority of your mind is subconscious, beyond your immediate awareness. Here's the key takeaway. Just like the iceberg floats in the ocean, you too are part of something much greater. The water beneath the iceberg is the ocean, representing the infinite potential of the universe. You are an individual expression, a crystallized piece of that potential, just like the iceberg is crystallized water floating in the ocean. You are intimately connected to this infinite field of potential. Right now, you might only be aware of the top of the iceberg, the conscious thoughts and experiences you're having in your daily life. But beneath the surface, there's an enormous power and wisdom you're always connected to, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Imagine yourself floating in a vast sea of infinite potential. This exercise will help you break free from limiting beliefs. Start by sitting quietly, close your eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Visualize yourself immersed in this boundless ocean of possibility. Feel yourself connected to the infinite power that lies within it. This limitless energy is capable of bringing anything into existence. Just look at the universe itself, and even the possibility of multiple universes, all coming into being from this same source. Now think about how deeply connected you are to this incredible creative force. This force doesn't just want to help you, it desires your success. When you focus on your ideal, feel the passion for it, and follow through with the steps we discussed in our seminar, you open yourself up to this flow of creative energy. Allow that infinite power to move through you and channel its creative urge into tangible results. Here's where I'll get a bit more technical. You, as an individual, are an expression of this universal force. You're a channel through which pure potential flows, moving from the formless into reality. By focusing on your ideal, you shape the reality you want. It's all about being in the flow. Life itself is an ongoing process of energy unfolding from the source of all power. And you are the channel through which this energy flows into the world around you. The challenge for many of us is that we're often conditioned to resist this flow, to doubt the process, or to let our limiting beliefs take over. But you can choose a different path. You can relax into the flow and allow the universe to use you as a conduit to bring your dreams to life. This is how great creators throughout history, like painters or composers, were able to manifest their work by surrendering to this flow and letting the energy move through them. When I was young, listening to Beethoven and other classical music, I imagined that Beethoven could hear music in the sunlight itself. That's how connected he was to the flow of creation. In reality, all great creators, from Beethoven to John Lennon, simply allowed themselves to be channels through which the infinite creative energy of the universe could express itself in the form of art and music. As humans, we are uniquely blessed with the ability to be conscious of our thoughts, feelings, desires, and beliefs. This awareness gives us the power to choose how we think, what we focus on, and what we hold as an ideal. These choices shape our creativity and our potential. By allowing the universal energy to flow through us, we unlock our own ability to create and grow. You have the choice to contribute to the growth of universal consciousness by embracing your role as a channel for creativity. Each time you choose to move toward fulfilling your potential, you're not only growing personally but also contributing to the vast, collective growth of consciousness itself. By deciding to be more, to offer more, you become a part of something much larger than yourself, a force of creativity and expansion that flows through all of us. To truly grow and transform, you need to start by offering more of yourself to yourself. That means giving yourself more love, compassion, attention, and care. Begin doing the things you truly deserve and need for your well-being. When you do this, you'll quickly begin to evolve into a better version of yourself. Once you become more, you can share that greater version of you with others, and as you do, you'll find that you continue to grow and have even more in your life. This is the essence of service. The truth behind the idea that if you focus on creating more value for others, you will become more valuable yourself. So, start by giving more to yourself, and then extend that more to others. In doing so, you'll find that your life fills with abundance. It's important to recognize that all the power, potential, and possibilities in the universe exist within a vast, universal consciousness. This consciousness is infinite, and everything that can be imagined is a real possibility. You bring those possibilities into your life by believing in them, and you turn them into reality through gratitude, as though you already have them. Let's move on to why what you know can actually be your biggest limitation. What you know is tied to your past decisions and the results you've seen up to this point. It's your history, and based on that, you often expect the future to just be a continuation of what you've already experienced. But that's simply an expectation, and expectations are not set in stone. They can change. You have the power to shift your mindset in any given moment. In fact, every present moment offers you the chance to change your reality. Now, this doesn't mean things will instantly appear in your life in the next second just because you decide you want them. Instant manifestation isn't always as quick as we'd like it to be. But the true meaning of instant manifestation is that you are creating your reality right now, in this very moment. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, every intention you set, and every action you take in this moment is shaping your future. All you have is the present moment, because when tomorrow comes, it will simply be another present moment. So, live in the now. Be grateful for what you can create in this moment, and be thankful for what you already have, as though you've already received it. Now, the key takeaway is that what you know can limit you. What you know is simply your past, and the past is not the truth of the present moment. The only truth is what you decide it to be right now. History is an illusion. It doesn't have to dictate your future. Moving on, the next point is that what you don't know, or may never know, is actually one of your greatest assets. You don't need to understand the mechanics of how universal intelligence works to bring things into your life. In fact, it's not your job to know how it happens. Your role in the process is to dream big, hold a clear vision, and take inspired action. What you need to focus on is your passion, your intention, and your plan to make it happen. The how of manifestation is not your responsibility. When you think you know exactly how something will manifest, you limit the possibilities. Trust that the universe has its own way of making things happen, and you don't need to understand all the details. The key is to learn to allow things to come into your life rather than trying to force them. Understand that there are limitless possibilities out there, ways that you might never fully comprehend, that will bring abundance, wealth, happiness, and well-being into your life. Instead of focusing on the how of things, focus on the what you want and the why you want it. Once you're clear on that, leave the details to the universe. Now, let's talk about something you can do right now to start seeing real, tangible results. I'm going to use an example. This satellite dish. It may seem random, but it actually represents something really powerful. It's facing out into the universe just like you do every moment of every day. You are constantly broadcasting energy into the world. Think of it this way. Just as the sun shines its light, your light comes from your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions. What you think, feel, say, and believe are the signals you're sending out into the universe. The universe responds to those signals, and the proof of that response is what you see in your life today. Everything you have right now is a direct result of the energy you've been putting out. So, here's the process in a nutshell. Visualize the reality you want with passion and gratitude, as if it's already yours. Make plans and take actions that show you're committed to your ideal. Then, simply allow it to come into your life, trusting that it will, whether it takes time or happens instantly. In fact, in the past 30 days, and even more so in the past week, I've personally experienced this process working in amazing ways. Exciting things are happening in my life right now that honestly, most people would have trouble believing. It's been a truly magical journey, and I'm attracting incredible people who are coming together to support a project I envisioned over a year ago. I've been deeply grateful for it, and now it's showing up in ways that feel miraculous. I'm beyond thankful for what's unfolding. I really appreciate you being here and listening. I hope we'll meet again soon. I want to thank each one of you for your presence and for letting me share what I've learned, both from my studies and from seeing these principles play out in my own life. The results I'm seeing are so big and so beautiful, and it's all truly magical. Thank you again for being part of this journey. Remember, the law of attraction and instant manifestation are real, and you're always in the process of attracting what you focus on.